In this video, I want to teach you something that just came to me this morning of a way to engineer and stoke the fires of gratitude. Now, if you don't know about gratitude, gratitude is a tool or a technique used for manifestation. So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of the gratitude, and then I'm going to teach you the technique at the end of the video and some of my experiences I've been having with it so far. So, remember, manifestation is re-identification. Re-identification is building memory in advance, acknowledging that your identity is the personification of all the memory that you have, the information. And through that identity, which is the cause, you experience the effect of the external circumstances, whatever they may be, including your state of mind. All of this is an effect of the identity, which is information. So, manifestation at its core is building memory in advance. How do you build memory in advance? To build memory in advance, let's put it simply. You're going to install new software. Present tense declarations with the feeling, the emotion that that thought is real. It's called as electromagnetic thinking. This is what I call electromagnetic thinking. The electric thought, which pierces the field, the magnetic emotion, which attracts it to you, but also establishes it. Initiate is the thought, the emotion establishes the thought as a memory. So if you think about your memories, the ones that stick with you the most are the ones that have the greatest feeling attached to them. Now, in the physical body, you can measure the physical evidence of these thoughts through your circuitry of your brain and your genetic information. Now, the feelings, as I've talked about in the past videos, feelings are processed by the body as chemicals. So when you have a feeling, there's a chemical release. That's what is giving you the sensation of that feeling. And these chemicals have the ability to upregulate and downregulate genetic expression, meaning having positive thoughts, positive emotions will create a positive information. And similarly, things like cortisol, the stress hormones. You have oxytocin, you have dopamine, you have other ones that are associated with the more positive stuff, serotonin. On the flip side, you have the cortisol, the stress hormone. And this is what's going to downregulate your genes in a certain way to create the experience of stress, more opportunities for stress, vice versa. So, where does gratitude fit in all this? When you want to establish a thought or establish a memory, you initiate, and then the feeling that you want to use is gratitude. And the reason for that is gratitude is the highest state of receptivity. It signals your body, mind, and soul that you are in the state of reception. You are receiving something. Now, I always refer to this study by Harvard, where the study concluded when it measured the brains of piano players physically playing the piano and imagining playing the piano, the brain was not able to differentiate between the simulation and the actual experience. In other words, building memory in advance is a simulation that your body and mind can't tell a difference between if it's real or not. So that's how you build memory in advance. You need this emotion of gratitude. So you think a thought in a present tense, I have X amount of money, and then you feel it as if it's already established. Now, I have two techniques that I came this morning. I'm going to teach one in this video, and maybe I'll do the second one for the other video, which is about micro samadhis. This one, what I was doing was, this was an intuition that happened. I was just in a very open state, and this just came on to me. And what I was doing was I was looking at my declaration. I had images next to it, so my vision board. And what I was doing was I would breathe in, and then I would breathe out. And as I breathe in, it was kind of like if you ever seen something that you really like, it's like it takes when they say it takes your breath away. Like that, right? Something about the breath in. It's like, if I want to bring it down to two things and make it really simple, then I make it articulate it, is the breathe in is sort of that awe that's manifested. So you're building memory in advance. So it's all about that present tense. So let's just say I receive life-changing money today. You breathe in and you feel that awe, that shock, that incredible, like, oh wow, that wow factor. And then to breathe out. The breathe out is sort of that sigh of relief. It's that sigh of contentment. And that sigh is when I really feel the heart and the gratitude just permeate. So it's like the and I did this 3 to 9 times per each manifestation. And what I found was that energetic emotion, which is materialized as the chemical experience, continued to grow as I continue to breathe. You can do this more than 3 times and 9 times, but give it a shot. Every declaration. So I received life change in my today, and what you're doing is you're physically looking at the words, because this is the dharana stage. Dharana is the stage where you are establishing the thought, which is then later on you'll subtleize it into a stage where you're holding on to the thought in the subconscious and unconscious as a constant stream without interruption. The first stage is conscious mind. You're reading the thought, I received life change in my today, as you're reading it. And you feel it I feel it in my heart. I'm not necessarily putting attention on my heart. I feel the breath. I feel my heart. I'm really just focusing on engineering that gratitude experience. This will train you. Now, what I have noticed with this so far already is that as I'm going through my vision board, obviously I have a lot of declarations in there by this point. And as I was getting towards the end of the declarations, it was easier. I always say it's not easier. I was starting to notice an autopilot experience where before, when I first started, I was having to train myself, okay, breathe in, that kind of like, wow, and then the contentment, the gratitude. What I was noticing is that I was experiencing that automatically as I would breathe in and breathe out manually. So just by taking a breath in that kind of interval, it was automatically giving me the feelings, which is really, really cool. So it tells you that you can engineer and program your body. This is a technique, a trigger technique. Trigger techniques are things that you can program. So you can create triggers for different things. For example, if you're having if you notice yourself thinking poorly, you can have an alarm go off on your phone that will trigger you. And the way you establish triggers is by attaching an intention and an emotion to a trigger. But I do think there is some natural trigger to this. Take your breath away. The sigh of contentment. It's like a natural process in the body, and it's just like the sound ah. When you're creating a baby, ah. That ah is also connected to this as well. But give it a try. Don't take my word for it. Experiment. Now, before I go, I want to say check out the link in the description of this video. I'm going to post a link if you missed the last video I made about miracle healing. If you are in need of a healing, I am working with a healer that I've had an incredible healing with, and I am very fortunate that I'm able to bring them out and make them available to other people through my YouTube channel. I have a high respect for this person. If you missed the last video, I'll maybe link to that video where you can watch the video where I talk about some of the miracle. But if you want to work with this woman, she has a few open spots. There's a survey in the description of this video. You can just fill out your name, what you need healing for, your email address, and I will put you into contact with her. As always, if you like this video, give it a like so other people can see it. Leave a comment below if you have any comments, questions, or feedback. And I wish you the best. Happy manifesting.